Hello viewers, welcome back to the shop. And I just wanted to show some stuff I'm working on. I'm always working on something. This is one of the guns I'm going to make a holster for. And these are the Colt like single action revolvers. Beautiful guns. I love these 6-shooters. And I can't wait to get going again on these holsters. So I had started, I rough cut them, and I rough cut the belt because it's going to be the belt and holsters for these guns. And but then the weather got all crazy, got cold here. Not just like a little bit cold, but cold, like freezing, which I don't work in freezing. That just won't cut it for me. I do not like freezing weather. I live in the South for a reason, and it's not because I like freezing weather. So let me show you the other gun. Beautiful. I love these. I can't wait to get back to making these holsters. They're going to be fantastic. Alright, so here's the other gun. Look at that. I want to make sure there's no identifying marks on that. But this one has a little bit shorter barrel. This is going to go in a hip holster. And the other gun that I showed, that is going to go on a like a cross draw holster. So in the front, canted, it's going to be excellent. It's going to be great. I'm so happy to make holsters for these guns. And I already measured them out and I cut them. I had a problem with doing the fold over on the hip holster, and I'm really questioning how I'm going to do that. Do I want to make it where the belt has a slot and then I put the holster through that slot and do the fold over that way? Do I want to put a concho on it? Do I want to make 2 bands to hold the holster together, or just 1 band? So, and I think I solved some of that. So let me show you what I'm doing. I made some mock-ups first. But first, before we get into that, just take a look at this gun. That's a nice gun. So I think I showed this when I did my Tandy order video. I had ordered a pattern pack for holsters and gun belts, and this has turned out to be really good. This has some really good designs in it. Definitely, if you get a chance to pick this up, it wasn't very expensive. I think it was under $10, and it had pre-measured holsters. For example, this is a Colt 357 Python holster, but this holster will fit both those other Colt guns. So this is one of the patterns that's in there. I don't plan to do this tooling, but again, it's already mostly done for you, and then you can modify it how you see fit to orient the gun the way you want. And then here's this is based once again off the pattern pack, but I had to make it so it's going to fold over. So here's the keep. This is going to be all one big piece of leather that will be connected up on top. And then this, hang on just a minute, this will go on the underside of the belt. The holster will come over the top and then fit into this and that's how it'll be attached to the belt. It'll be folded over the belt. So like I said, I hadn't decided whether I wanted to make a slot for that. Let's see. You see here that in this particular belt, they've made a slot for this holster. So this back part goes behind the belt, and this part goes on the front of the belt. Yeah, it's wild. I'm going to definitely make sure I'm a YouTube expert before I start doing that. I've got a good handle on it. I've already cut the leather. I also want to do, so I'm making a Ranger belt, and it has a set of buckles on the outside, and these are like, this is the billet and this is the buckle part, so those will be sewn on top of the belt, and that's what I'm getting ready to cut out right now. So it'll be, like I said, it'll be fun to get these holsters and belt done. I'm sure the customer will be happy with it. And then let me show you something else real quick. My friend Bob has had this book since the dawn of time, or at least since the dawn of Al Stolman's time, and it's getting pretty beat up, and I want to go see if I can get it reprinted. But again, you know, in today's world, you got the whole copyright thing, and people get weird about making reprints of books. And I've seen it on eBay for about $30, so I'm debating buying it. But the one for $30 also has loose pages, and that's the problem with this, is that it's you got to be gentle with it because it's pretty tore up. But this particular book, I mean, if you want to do belts, just this book alone would get you started and give you more work to do than you know what to do with. If you have a whole side, like I recommend you buying, and you want to make a bunch of belts, if you can find this book, Belts Galore by Al Stolman, Craft Tool number 42, I'd recommend this book. It just has a bunch of, it has how to do the measurements, how to make different patterns, and it actually has the patterns that you can copy in the book, so that's no problem. And as you can see from Al's repertoire here, that guy can make some belts. And I think I like these Indian belts. They're pretty cool, so I'll probably make myself one of these Indian belts. I thought about making the rattlesnake belt. Let me see if I can see it in here. Yeah, there it is, the snake belt. But that's going to be a little too adventurous for me right now. That's pretty interesting, though, that he made a snake belt. But I'm gonna have to wait on that one. But this belt with different panels and put together with a concho, that really appeals to me. You don't see that very often. All you see is cheap Chinese, you know, mass-made. You don't see belts made in America anymore, which is unfortunate. People just lost their individuality, and we need to get it back. So go make yourself a belt, and you know, wear something that not everybody else has. I guess I should take some video of this before it starts raining. I'm hoping the rain will hold off. I got this rig. This is a 2-inch gun belt in a Ranger style, and a cross draw holster, and then another holster which is a fold over holster. So you got the holster and then a flap that goes behind the gun belt, and I got to get those out, get this turned out pretty soon. And of course, as soon as I started to make a video, the birds decided that they were going to serenade me. So I work outside. I like to work outside, and so you're going to have to live with the bird noise. But there it is. I'm gonna have to finish staining this, and then I'll set it all out and I'll start stitching it. And it is a bear to stitch a belt that long. This is a 45-inch belt. The gentleman's waist is 45 inches. He wants it on the outside of his pants to ride his hips. So if you're making a gun belt and it's for the outside, you got to make sure to add those couple inches. And then I always add 6 inches from the end of the what the recorded waist is, just in case. Sometimes, you know, things happen, people put on weight, and you don't want them to have to use a different belt. So we'll get this knocked out and get on with something else. Hello viewers, welcome back. I hope you've been having a good couple weeks. Last time I made a video, we were looking at this guy, which is the front pocket wallet. And then of course I got some orders for some holsters and gun belts, so that's what I've been working on. This is a cross draw holster, and this is for a little Heritage 22. This will just be a regular belt holster, outside the waistband belt holster. It'll also be cross draw and sit in the front. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, right here. So at an angle. And then this, I had looked at a couple videos to make a pattern for this. This is a fold over holster for a another Colt replica. So that's this holster and this holster are part of the same order, and it also has a belt with that. I'll show you the belt right now because the belt's pretty much complete. So let me get that in there. So here's the Ranger style belt that goes with those two holsters. And that's a long belt because it's going to be an outside the waistband belt. So you would wear a belt to hold up your pants, and then this Ranger belt will sit on the outside of that. And like I said, this belt is now complete and done, and all I got to do is finish these two holsters for this gentleman, and this rig will be complete. So I really like doing this cowboy stuff. I really like doing these cowboy rigs. I can make the bullet loops, just this gentleman didn't want any bullet loops on the belt. He just wanted it plain. So that's what he got. And like with all leather projects, the leather has character and it has marks on it. So you may see those once it gets stained and worked on. But that's, in my opinion, that just adds character. You know that's handmade, not from some kind of Chinese factory. So that's what I've been working on. And what I'll do is I'm going to glue this up, this front pocket wallet. And I think the last piece I have is to sew the inside and the outside of the front pocket wallet together. I said I was going to make a pattern, but I have not had time to do that. Actually, I was going to attempt to make a pattern because, so the thing about the pattern is that I have to get on GIMP and figure out how to make those patterns. Once I get it down, I'm sure it'll come back to me pretty quickly. So I got a ton of computer work. I mean, if you're trying to make money at doing leather work, not only do you have the leather work, you have the computer work for posting finished products, posting and there's so many sites to post to. I have an Instagram channel that I transitioned over to a business channel that I haven't done anything with. I have accounts at Gunbroker, Texas Gun Trader, Amazon, and Etsy and eBay, and so keeping up with all that is pretty intense, and I haven't been keeping to a good schedule, which is costing me time and money. So I'm going to try and get that roped in. On top of all that, I got looking for that full-time job, which seems to be eluding me. So I'll get these knocked out and I'll make another video once this is done. I'm going to go back and look at Road Agent Leather. He's got a really good video on doing that toe plug. The toe plugs are not easy, and I got to get it right the first time, because if I don't, I might have to redo that whole holster, and I don't want to do that. So I'll be back.